Welcome to the Quad with Chris Young. As always, I am Chris. We got Ryan from Miami with an appearance from Bentley the Cat.
Yes, Bentley made an appearance. Come here, Bentley. Yeah, say hi to all the Quad Pod Squad people. We've got a hot take that involves you today, buddy. So that's going to be fun. Also, Toronto sucks.
Haley the Bear.
I want one of Ryan's teams to lose so bad.
I know, but they keep winning. Dang it. And producer Josh.
Hello.
All right. Well, let's first things first. Who won the poll?
He's never going to give you up.
Of course.
He's never going to let you down.
Of course, you guys rickrolled us on the poll.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God. I don't even know how I feel about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. It was put to a vote.
Was it close?
Spoken.
Like,
no.
Was it close at all? No?
It was not. With a score of, here's a bunch of memes of Luka destroying everyone. With a score of 442 votes. The next one was You Make My Dreams with 297.
Yikes.
And in last place, Get Down on It.
Which, ironically, that was in the Uber this morning on my way in. That
Shut
song
up.
was on. Yes, I was like this. I almost like took a picture of it, but the guy kept kind of looking at me, and I'm like,
Oh,
that'd
you
be
should.
weird.
You should have got video of it.
All right. For everyone that's never listened to this podcast before, the four of us have hung out so many times. Haley's never allowed to get in the front seat of an Uber because
No.
if she is in the front seat, she will just inundate whoever the poor driver is with questions.
What's your
Where
name?
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
How long have you been doing this?
Do you enjoy it? What's your family like?
What's your social security number and your mother's maiden name? Yeah.
Don't hate. I've been removed. Anytime I'm with any of them, I've been removed. My
Yes.
privilege is to sit in the front seat.
We got big things to get to today. So we're going to let's roll into sports first.
Sports.
Seeing that you brought up Luka absolutely erasing
My bets for this year and losing me
God.
$100.
Yeah.
and erasing the Suns for the record, too.
Luka Doncic. Is it Doncic?
Doncic.
Just call him Luka.
27 points in the first half, tying the entire Suns team, including Chris Paul and Devin Booker, who went 0 for 11.
Oh, Jesus.
When asked in the press conference, they said, "Did you know that you had the same amount of points as the Suns?" And he just he smiles and he goes, "Of course."
Just absolute gangster moment from him, especially with them trying to chip on him the entire he broke so many people's ankles during that game last night. That is not what I saw coming. And unfortunately now the most talked about thing isn't even Luka. It is Chris Paul, who I believe was a minus 39 while he was on the court.
Yeah.
Since turning 37 on May 6th, he is minus 39. That is the worst plus minus of his entire career.
Now, I will say after the game, he was limping, and the Suns disclosed that there was a quad injury.
He's always limping. He's limping every game, every postseason. Do it in the playoffs, Chris Paul. I'm tired of you doing it in the regular season. Do it in the playoffs.
So there's two things to talk about. Number one, Luka in this Suns series had more points than Devin Booker, more rebounds than DeAndre Ayton, more assists than CP, and more steals than Mikal Bridges. Like,
Jesus.
The dude just erased. We should call him the Eclipse. He erased the Suns completely.
Eclipse.
Oh, my
Yes.
God.
Yes, I'm here for that.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
All day.
30 seconds. It just came to me.
Did that really just
it
pop
just
in your
really
head?
just came to me.
Damn.
We are
good
calling Luka the Eclipse. That put that on the Instagram right now. Just a photo of what you just pulled up. We're now calling Luka the Eclipse.
Got
I
it.
love
And
that.
do that on Twitter, too. This needs to get back to
Oh
him.
my God, Ryan, get on the Twitter.
I love it.
Do it.
I love it. I'll get on the twatter with it. By the way, and then all the
Whoa,
The what?
The what?
the twatter.
Nope.
No,
No.
no.
We don't do that here.
We don't
No.
know. That is not. That
The
is not.
tweeter. Would the tweeter be better?
Just go ahead. What were you going to say? Just move on.
How about Elon's bird? Let's put it on Elon's bird.
He hasn't officially bought it yet. Okay.
Yeah, actually,
Correct.
That's
Correct.
not. That may be being killed.
Yep.
Could be. Oh, don't kill the bird. We don't do that on this show. We don't do that on this podcast.
We also don't call it what you called it.
Luka, fantastic. How about the opposite here? Because you mentioned like the way that Luka addressed his press conference. How about Monty Williams being asked why DeAndre Ayton, one of their biggest stars, obviously playing only 17 minutes in a critical game 7, going, it's internal. Like something is off in Phoenix right now. And given the way they just blew through the regular season, it is really weird how the last couple of games in this series ended up, because Booker was terrible, Chris Paul was terrible, and Ayton got benched for whatever reason. Like something fell apart quickly in Phoenix.
My guess, without having sources and just watching basketball and seeing how all of this has progressed, they did not sign DeAndre Ayton to an extension before this season. So he is an unrestricted free agent coming in the offseason. And I don't think they wanted to tank his value for a sign and trade in the offseason. They didn't want him to look bad and your last thing being, oh, DeAndre Ayton just got cooked in a game 7. So they benched him so they can sell high. That would be my guess.
Why not just win the game 7 and then go to, I don't understand why you're playing the politics there.
The game was out of hand after 17 minutes. It was over. The game was over. They were up 20 after 17 minutes. The game was over. There was no winning that game.
Speaking of games getting out of hand, holy Boston Celtics, what the hell? That's not going to be a fun matchup for your Miami Heat, Ryan.
It's going to be an epic matchup, actually. Heat and 6.
Heat and 6. Okay,
what
sure.
makes you say Heat and 6?
I'll go season 6. How about that? Celtics and 6.
That's fine. You and I tend to be on the opposite side of
they
bets.
Stomped a hole in the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee also shot 33 threes and made 4 of them. Like that will do it. Like they played well in that game, but Milwaukee was terrible. They were all over Giannis. They were all over.
And Giannis looked gassed, and he was missing easy stuff around the rim, and there was a lot to it. But Ryan, let's talk about your Miami Heat for a second.
Let's do it.
My preseason pick to make the finals, mind you. The thing is, Rye, these Boston Celtics have beat Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and who have the Heat beat? They beat a 9 seed who made out of the bubble tournament Atlanta Hawks, and they beat a 76ers team without Joel Embiid, and then a hurt Joel Embiid, and a very out of shape.
By the way, they shut down Joel Embiid in the final 2 games of that series. Like
the guy with the broken face.
The guy that had like
because a broken face is really going to affect the way.
Have you played basketball with a broken face?
Dude, they were harassing him, and
of course they were. And that's what the Heat defense does.
They
this
took
was
Joel
not the
Embiid
defense, out of that game.
Someone threw a ball into his broken face on purpose.
Yeah, like that's
not harassing someone defensively. That's actively just harassing a human being.
If you watched that series, look, you attack another opponent's weakness, and they did that in this series. They literally neutralized Joel Embiid in the final 2 games of that series. But they took away Danny Green, who was one of their biggest assets in games 3 and 4, who was great from 3. The Heat are fantastic defensively.
The Heat had nothing to do with Danny Green getting hurt. Joel Embiid fell into his leg. This is not the point. The point
You're rewriting history actively right now.
The point is, Ryan, the Miami Heat have not actually played anyone in the playoffs, and they are about to go against a Boston Celtics team who have beat all the top tier talent.
No one's hurt.
That are better than the Miami Heat. Period. The Boston Celtics are winning this.
Their run to the Eastern Conference Finals has been much more difficult, and you can brush your shoulders off all you want. I will tell you, in this series between Boston and Miami, you have not only 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA, you have 2 of the deeper teams in the NBA. Jason Tatum, yes, is the best player in this series by far. But after that, the Heat probably have 2 through 4 in terms of best players in the series. Jimmy Butler is the best player in the playoffs so far. He has the highest player efficiency rating of any player in these playoffs so far.
Against teams that were crap.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Max Strus has the highest plus minus of any player in these playoffs so far.
Against teams that were crap.
And they are still getting the job done and blowing those crappy teams out. And that is what you're supposed to do. If these teams are crap, you blow them out. And that is what the Heat have done. They are going to face a really difficult challenge in the Boston Celtics in this next round. But both of these teams, for a reason, are the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. Miami has top to bottom, been the best team in the East all season long, even though they missed Bam Adebayo for a number of games.
All right,
even
here
though
we
Kyle
go.
Lowry
Here we go.
barely
Hang
played
on,
in that
hang on,
previous series.
hang on. All right, this is getting out of hand. So let's put our money where our mouth is, Ryan.
That's fine. Let's go.
I
You
can't
and
wait
me.
to see Ryan's
This is a versus
demise.
bet.
I love when Ryan loses these. These are great.
Jersey bet. If the Heat win,
Ooh.
I will wear a Miami Heat jersey of your choosing on this show.
Okay.
And if the Celtics win, you will wear a jersey of my choosing from
Any
the Boston
jersey?
Celtics.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Speaking of bets, y'all two still have to fulfill your bet.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
we'll get to it. We'll get to
Oh,
it. We'll get to it.
stop brushing me off.
I think
Moving on. Did you guys hear about Drew Brees returning in the NFL? What about that?
so. What's going on with that? Because I
Okay.
just saw the headline this morning.
So he made kind of a snarky remark back on Twitter. He was talking about how great the lineup looks after who they picked up in the draft and the people that they've signed. And they're like, Tyrann Mathieu, that team looks really good. And then someone was like, Drew Brees is coming back. He goes, I don't know. I might be in the pickleball tournament. I might be coaching my kids. I might be playing in the NFL. Maybe I do everything. Who knows?
Yeah, he verbatim said, despite speculation from media about my future this fall, I'm currently undecided. I may work for NBC. I may play football again. I may focus on business and philanthropy. I may train for the pickleball tour, senior golf tour, coach my kids, or all the above. I'll let you know.
That sounds like someone who's coming back.
That sounds like a guy that is seen Tom Brady and is like, I think I still got some gas in the tank.
Or looking
That
around and
sounds like
going,
a guy. Sounds like a guy who failed at his broadcasting job with NBC for 1 year and is like, maybe I should go back to playing football.
Ouch.
I mean, that hurts. But
Was he that bad?
He was not
he
good.
was stiff. He was pretty stiff.
And they
He
also
was
did just
not
pick up
good.
Jarvis Landry, too. So
They did get land. I mean, they've got. And is Michael Thomas going to play football again?
I don't know. What the hell's going on with that guy? Like, I need anyone that's listened to our podcast that's a Saints fan. Can you tell us what the hell's going on? Maybe it's because we're not down there and that guy's, he's been hurt for 4 years, 5 years? I don't know.
Sometimes Bourbon Street gets to you, you know?
All I know is I drafted him in the first round 2 years ago, and that was a mistake.
I had him last year. That was not a good choice.
Hey, again, I really appreciate the way both of you guys draft for fantasy
Oh my
football. Thank you so much.
I hate you.
I do owe you a belt.
Yeah. I would actually prefer if we did like a plaque or something and hung it up and we just
That's
put
it.
the last couple of years on there.
Yeah. We
like
can have it
that idea.
engraved with the years on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
That
like
way we
that.
just have a running. Mm-hmm. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
I'd like
Starting
to
fresh,
give you
we're
your
starting
random.
over.
I'd like
No,
to
we're
give you
starting.
your
We're
random,
starting for the quad, so 2 years.
We're just talking over Ryan. We're not going to let him talk.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
all
what
I
you
hear
guys
is
have been
Tampa
doing
Bay,
all
Tampa
day.
Bay, Miami, Tampa
Yeah,
Bay.
no, that's fine. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Tampa Bay takeover of Toronto here in a second. But I do have your random sports news of the week. Are you ready for it?
Go.
Oklahoma Sooners. They got a big commitment from a junior college quarterback this week.
Yes, he has the best name ever.
Yes, the best name in sports ever. His name is General Booty.
I'm sorry. Excuse me?
His first name is General. His last name is Booty. He is from the Booty family. His name is General Booty.
Why
General
would they
Booty?
do that to
No. All right, look, here's the thing. Like that probably got him made fun of a lot when he was a kid, but now as an adult, can
the
you
best.
imagine just walking in a bar and your friends walking up to you going, General Booty, saluting?
Sir?
I want so bad for General Booty to win the Heisman Trophy because forever in the history of college football, holding up the Heisman will be Mr. General Booty, which
Booty.
would just be amazing. Amazing.
In
Not
other-
even,
By
not
the way,
even
how about-
specific Booty.
Not even
I'm
specialized.
David Booty.
I'm really sorry.
It's not a
for that.
specialized beauty. It's just general.
Well,
It's just
I'm,
there.
I'm so sorry for
I
that
could
joke.
bring us away from this topic.
Well, Ryan still hasn't even gotten to talk about his team yet, which I know he's
Yes,
excited.
I would like.
Let's
you know,
let's do
after the
NHL and
arguments-
then we'll.
After the arguments between Josh and I with the NBA, which is great. I love that we have a bet on this series. Game one is on Tuesday, which is going to be exciting. How about, by the way, 7 NBA and NHL Game 7s on Saturday and Sunday? Like, two greatest words in sports. I know the cliche, but seriously, what a weekend it was. And maybe the greatest single weekend ever in playoff history in terms of Game 7s. But one of the biggest, the Toronto being in hockey hell and baseball hell after the Rays take 2 or 3 for the Jays this week. But the Leafs, by the way, continually blowing it. They had lost their 10th straight series clinching game and 5th straight loss in a winner-take-all game in an opening round. Oh, my Lord. So the probability of the Leafs playing in 5 straight first-round series that went the distance and losing the decisive game in all 5 is 1 in 27,778 chances. And yet they did it. Again, blowing game 6 and 7 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The defending champs, the 2-time defending champs, advancing to the second round to take on your Florida Panthers. So it is a Sunshine State showdown for a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Your resident leaf blower. I'm so sorry about me today. I don't know what's wrong with my brain.
To say that.
I don't know what's wrong with my brain. It's broken
everywhere.
It's my brain is broken. It's fine.
Does it bother you guys that it's Maple Leafs and not Leaves?
I never thought about it, so I guess it doesn't.
Now it does.
Were you today years old when you realized this?
Yeah, I was actually. Maple Leafs.
Going back to our
Leaf.
teams that don't have an S at the end of them. Thanks, Josh. Just
Maple Leafs.
I'm never going to be able to look at that the same now.
It's going to really bother you because it really bothers me. Thanks, English teachers throughout my lifetime.
Why are you taking out English teachers on this? First of all, we love our English teachers on this podcast.
I wasn't taking. I was appreciating them.
Love you.
They installed a sense of grammar and normalcy inside.
Instilled, not installed.
This is
Instilled.
This is a first for this podcast. Y'all continue because I know you have something else to talk about sports. I'll be right back. Keep going. Just keep going without me.
Did Chris quit?
I think he just got a call from General Booty.
Yeah.
And he needs to go answer that call because it's an important call.
Well, okay. So, speaking of disasters,
booty. Speaking of booty.
No, speaking of disasters, the Bears continue to be a disaster in signing Nathan Peterman. So our goal,
the Peterman.
Our goal in football apparently is to sign all the backups, even though there's a whole list of number ones that are out there to sign, starters. We keep signing the backups because we also now Horsted couldn't pass a physical apparently, and so we signed another tight end instead. Why is that on?
Isn't this indicative that the Bears believe in Justin Fields, and so they're not going to waste money or any sort of equity on better backups?
But at this point, we don't even have like a backup.
Sure you do. Nathan Peterman.
No, he's like the worst stats in all this in football. Like, how does he still have a job, to be honest? Like, why? And every time we sign someone, we've been signing everyone to a 1-year contract. And again, why do we keep signing all these millions of backups to 1-year contracts when there are literally, we don't have any wide receivers? I saw the best meme the other day.
All right. We are going to play a great game, okay? It is called Over-Under Win Totals as we try to make sure that we get through this without the captain steering the ship. So, Bears over-under win total. The General Booty. The Bears over-under win total this year, 6.5. Over-under.
Under
For sure. We have nobody. Besides Montgomery, who is a number one for us?
You're not following the game. We're just going over-unders.
Feel like a 5-12 team. Under.
Okay. Miami Dolphins.
Under.
Over-under 8.5
under.
wins.
Smash the under.
100%
Ryan,
under.
you want a hot take real quick? I still think the Dolphins will be the 4th best team in your own division. I think the Jets.
What's the best?
I believe that the New York Jets, will have more wins than the Miami Dolphins this season. Planting my flag.
Jets' schedule is actually much more favorable this year.
It is, and they've loaded up on a lot of talent. But yes, I know.
They did.
I know.
They did.
I'm
it does
aware.
also require Zach Wilson to not be General Booty and actually.
Did you watch Zach Wilson's last 4 games when he finally figured out how to play NFL football?
Yeah, there's other teams that are figuring out how to play him also as well at the quarterback position. So he's a little short out there, you know. All right, so that is the Dolphins 8.5. I'm going to go over on that one because I think the Dolphins are going to win 10 games this year.
At least I accept my team sucks. Okay, at least I freaking accept it. Definitely going to be under 6 wins.
How about the hometown Tennessee Titans? 9.5 wins this year, over or under?
Ooh, I feel like they got rid of everybody too. Like, who do they have now?
Got rid of A.J. Brown for sure, but they still have some talent there. But the whole controversy between Ryan Tannehill and like not trying to like mentor Malik Will, like I don't know how those comments sit very well. Like it doesn't make Ryan Tannehill look great. I'm going to go under that total for the Titans.
I'm going to go under.
I think
they
missed the playoffs this year.
I'm going to go under as well. I think they're AFC, right? Aren't they? Yeah, they're AFC.
They are.
Yes.
The AFC has just gotten a lot stronger.
They played the Chiefs in an AFC
yeah,
playoff
that's right.
game.
I know. It's tough. Hey, been up early. Yeah, I'm going under as well.
How about the Chiefs? 10.5 wins this year. The over/under. That is the second highest total on the board. Are we going over or under for your Kansas City Chiefs?
Can
Josh?
I break even?
No, you have to pick.
I don't think they can get a half victory.
You not understand what I'm saying
even.
though. Like 10 games.
That would be under. It's 10.
Well, that would be under.
Oh, 10.5. You're
yeah.
right. Okay. Under. I'm gonna go under.
Ryan.
That's a hard division.
I'm going to go over. I think Patrick Mahomes is motivated to show that Tyreek Hill, even without him, he could still be the best quarterback in the league. I'm going to go over. I think they win 13 games this year.
I'm going to go slight under.
Ooh!
I think that they are.
Ooh, we're not running it back. You're not the Avengers or whatever it is.
The Revengers. I believe we are a 10-7 team this year. I think that we will be a wild card team. We'll be in the hunt for the wild card, but the Chiefs have the second hardest schedule in the NFL, and our division is a nightmare. And for those reasons, and the fact that we have basically 2 easy games all season, I'm going to take the slight under on that one.
Just in time for the over-under. The last over-under of what we're playing for win totals for the NFL is your Dallas Cowboys, who are tied with the Chiefs at 10.5. See why? Over or under that total this year?
Over or under?
And you can't split the difference as Haley wanted to do and call it 10.5 wins because that doesn't work that way.
No such thing as a half game.
Then I will say under. I'll say 10 wins. It's right there on the cusp. That's a great over-under, but I'll say 10 wins. And
what was your phone call from General Booty?
My phone call from General Booty.
He called. He heard that we were talking about him.
He heard, and he was like, hello.
And you answered the call.
I answered the call. No.
Do you think he'll take the Browns to the Super Bowl eventually, General Booty? Or
depends on if they draft him.
Let's go to music.
Music.
I hate you guys. Oh, all right. Losing your voice. I want to do a quick poll because for music, one of the worst things I had to cancel something last week where I was supposed to film all day because I actually had a sinus infection so bad that I lost my voice. Someone that was around us got COVID. I had to go take a COVID test. It was not COVID. Still, knock on wood, have never had it. I've avoided it the entire time. Very thankful for that. But my voice was gone. And as a singer, the last thing you ever want to have to deal with is that. That's the only thing. I can go on stage sick. I can go on stage, if I broke a hand, which I've done before.
All sorts of injuries, totally fine.
It's like you're totally fine. You can power through. But if you don't have a voice, you don't have a voice. So I just want to know from you guys, have you ever lost your voice before? Ryan?
I have. And it's
as a
from
broadcaster,
sickness, obviously. As a broadcaster, I have. And I will tell you, it is extremely noticeable when you are trying to broadcast television and your voice is squeaking like you're going through puberty. So, yes, it is not fun to do.
Mine went further than that. Like, you can still hear I'm a little crispy. If you know my speaking voice, like I can obviously drop down and talk in this octave and it's not as noticeable. But the puberty squeak is the worst because you don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's just like and it's gone and it's back and now I sound like I'm 13. So Josh, what about you?
I lost mine last year at a concert. Timmy and I were in Foxborough playing at Six String, opening for Eli Young Band. And after the show, I'm around being social, talking to everyone, this is how you lose it the most. It's not actually singing. Singing is the easiest thing on your voice.
It's talking.
It's talking and talking loud over a band and in a large, crowded environment. And we still had 2 more shows on that run, and I was struggling real bad. He would look at me, he's like, you want to take one? I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you.
You should remember I got laryngitis in 2019. For 4 days, I could not talk.
What a glorious 4 days those were.
Like, anytime I tried to talk, like, physically tried, it wasn't like, it was like air. Like, I could not physically produce sound. And actually, at work, as a bartender, what I did is I laminated a piece of paper. And I had a dry erase marker. And I was like, and I'd walk up and just be like, you can't see unless you're watching on YouTube. I was like, I would gesture like, what would you like? And eventually, like when it came down to like totals, like of how much it costs, I would just write it down. I would just write it down, but I could not produce any sort of sound, and it was miserable because there was just that constant ache, and I wanted to talk so bad. It was bad. Anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, I was really lucky. The only thing I had to cancel was
just a filming thing.
Yeah, and so we moved it. It's going to be this week, but. Ooh,
terrifying.
If I had shows, it was so bad. Let me put it this way: it was bad enough that I wouldn't have been able to get like a steroid shot and sing. It wouldn't have happened.
It's awful. It's a terrible feeling. We take it for granted.
Steroid shots, though. Let me tell you, steroid shots, prednisones. Whoo. Those things get you, man. I love, love a little, steroid injection just to get you going.
No, thank you. I had way too many of those as a very small infant child.
All right.
No wonder you're so muscular.
It's bulgy like a moose. Just look at him. Bulgy. Just look at him.
What was that? Super Troopers. Yeah. If you don't know what we're quoting, again, this show, we talk about music, movies, sports, and a hot take. All of us have random movie trivia running around our heads at all times.
And you're also rewarded. The longer you listen, the more jokes you will understand because we keep saying the same ones.
And now he's so bulgy. He's like a moose. And he also says it with like very lispy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's so bulgy. He's like a moose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Alrighty then.
It's an interesting scene from that.
What are you listening to, Chris?
I also did want to give everybody an update and just a regular thank you.
A general thank you?
Yeah, a general thank you. Regular, it's fine.
General booty?
God. The song is now at 16. Climbing on the chart.
It's getting there. Keep them spinning.
Very, very excited about that. I was texting Mitchell about it. It's up 1,000 points on the media base chart, plus 283 spins. Only got a couple stations that are not playing it currently, which is awesome.
Let's go call those stations right now.
Yeah, who are they? Who are they, and what is wrong with you, and who hurt you?
They know who they are.
Are they still playing Famous Friends? Is that why?
I'm sure that's probably the excuse. But that song's also still streaming its butt off, and I couldn't be happier. I was texting with Mitchell this morning, and he's pumped. And yes, At the End of a Bar, go listen to it. Which also is one of those songs. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, where you write a lyric and the title of the song, people mess up one of the words.
Yeah.
Because what is the title of my song with Mitchell?
At the end of a bar.
Of a bar.
A bar.
There's so many people that have been like, at the end of the bar. I'm like, well, that's close.
Pretty close.
End of a bar, not the bar, but
I kind of like the remix at the end of a sandbar, though. I think that would be a good remix.
Did you see that the other day?
I found there was a clip of the island version on Twitter of the audio.
Was there really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to. Just the fact that we did that in sound check and then put it into the show in Key West. For anyone not listening last week, when we did the Key West show, we were all goofing around and decided to do a remixed version for the intro of At the End of a Bar while we were in Key West, Florida. It was spectacular. Had to be their moment. Now, for what are you listening to? I have an interesting one this week. So I'm going to go first, if that's cool with you guys. And it's 321 by 24K Golden.
Ah, that came on the other day. Yesterday. Was that yesterday?
I was like vibing out to it. I was like, this is awesome. I actually have a song.
I like it.
I actually have a song that I wrote that's called 321, but it's very different. It's not that.
This is like a hip hop song.
Yeah, this is not a country song. So there you go. Ryan, I see your eyes scanning. I assume that means you have looked something up on the internet.
I do.
Do you have your song ready to go?
I do. My song for this week is a little old school country song, and I heard it come on Y2K Country on Sirius XM, and I forgot how much I love this song. Steve Holly's Brand New Girlfriend.
Oh,
that song.
What? Who's?
Steve Holly.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Steve Holy's.
It's Steve Holy, buddy.
Steve Holy. Thank you. I added an extra L in there. Not very holy of me to do that, but I did it.
Oh my God.
Brand New Girlfriend.
Steve Holly. Love that guy. Great artist.
Holly Jolly.
I do not. I actually do know Steve Holy, which is why I was thinking, who? Just giving you a
Steve
weird
Holly?
look. I know a Buddy Holly.
Don't let him know that I called him Steve Holly.
Oh, good Lord. All right, Bear, what do you got?
I'm going with Cry Baby by Amelia Moore. It's just another song. It's really good. So take a listen.
It's just another song.
You know, it's not country. It's not like, it is what it is. It's Cry Baby. Okay. Just gonna see you cry, baby.
How was that?
Yeah, one more time.
One more time.
Gonna see you cry, baby. Wait, when are we doing our rap battle? We need that mix, Josh.
I'm on it.
You know, I did create a Florida Marlins rap back in 2003 that I still have tied to my memory.
Found it.
If you guys want.
Oh, you found it?
Found it.
Let's go.
I love
And then we launched into the actual version. So.
How do we get like Kenny Chesney to appear on that one? Because I feel like that definitely has him written all
That
over.
screams Chesney.
That screams Chesney.
All right, what since you were looking
Oh
that
yeah,
up the
sorry.
whole
No,
time.
I got it. So it's clean. I know. Sorry, I was like deep. The video is just
You're like,
me.
I can find this. I can
I
find
know
it.
where
I know.
this is. I was cleaning my apartment yesterday to a little Red Dirt Road, Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, I love that song.
Which, not you, Chris. If you guys had to guess which year that song came out, what would you say?
Early 2000s.
I know.
You know. Ryan? Don't look. You're looking.
Don't
You're
look it up.
looking,
Don't
Ryan.
type it in, Ryan.
I see your face.
Is it 04?
Ryan, what do you think?
And check. I'm gonna go with 06.
So for some reason, my brain wanted to put it in the late 90s.
Nope.
I don't know why. It's 2003.
Oh, I was a year off.
For whatever reason, I just sat there and stared at it and I was like, I feel like I was a child when I sang this song, but I was a senior in high school when this song came out.
Yes.
It's just one of those weird, does time travel exist? I don't really know because I feel like that song.
You were a senior in high school?
2003?
In 03. Oh, yeah, I guess I was too. Yeah.
God, you are so old, both of you.
Hey,
Settle down. The
Chill.
class 06. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
07. Thank you very much.
2010.
Ugh. All right, let's go to movies. Movies. Sorry, as I cough right into the microphone. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. PG-13, 2022, action adventure, 2 hours and 6 minutes. So this is
correct.
2 hours and 6 minutes. All right. 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. 86% of Google users like this movie. Wow, this is the shortest description for a movie ever.
No spoilers.
Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens a portal to the multiverse. However, a threat emerges that may be too big for his team to handle.
That's it.
That's it.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. By the
way, we waited a week. The people that were going to see it are going to see it.
Yeah. By the way, I find it interesting that when you look at the cast list, Benedict Cumberbatch is not the first person listed.
Isn't that weird?
It's Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know if it's for... Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That's weird. It's a Doctor Strange movie.
You would think Doctor Strange would be the first...
Listed first.
The premiere in that list, but...
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Where do you want to begin?
Let's start with the $200 million budget.
Which they made back in 3 days.
Yeah. Like, boom, we got our money back. That was impressive, since we always talk about like box office records.
The highest domestic opening weekend of 2022, second biggest opening weekend of the pandemic era, following Spider-Man.
Panera is where you order soups and sandwiches.
Also delicious.
I love, by the way, nothing better than a broccoli and cheddar soup inside of a bread bowl from Panera. Oh,
way
so good.
way overpriced.
Well, yeah, but it's good.
Inflation.
It's
all right. Go ahead, Josh.
Did you guys enjoy this movie?
I didn't see it.
What?
I fell asleep before I was supposed to go to the movie.
Ryan, did you see this movie?
This tends to be a theme because I went to the theater, I bought the ticket, I sat in the theater, and just like Spider-Man, when I went to see it with you guys,
you fell asleep in the movie theater?
I fell asleep in the movie theater.
No, you did not.
And woke up for the post credits.
You know what? You had a long weekend.
Ryan,
I understand it a little bit.
Can I ask you a question?
What the
did you wake up for the post credits, or did the lights coming on wake you up?
Did someone wake you up?
Ryan, did someone from the theater have to wake you up? They did.
Not only that, but I had the popcorn sitting on my lap and I passed out, and it looked like I went to the bathroom on myself because a stream of butter had dripped down my leg.
Ryan.
And so somebody woke me up. Just concerned.
Was it a police officer?
Oh, no.
Reassured them that I was okay and just tired from
Did
the
they call
great
you
movie,
Uber?
though. I loved it.
So popcorn plus the movie. That's a $30 nap you took. That's nice.
All right. Better than Morbius. Oh, wow. Really?
You didn't like it?
Really? You dislike this movie that much? Wow. I am...
Doctor Strange #1 is in my top 3 favorite Marvel movies.
Which I went back and watched, by the way.
It's freaking great.
The first Doctor Strange movie is awesome.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
This one, my takeaway, I did not like this movie. My takeaway, I still like it better than Guardians 2.
I don't know what you have against that movie. Stop it.
Yeah.
Nothing happens in that movie.
It's still a good movie.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
We sure?
Yes.
I don't know about that. Oh, man. My takeaway from this movie was that I don't like Sam Raimi as a director. And that's the bigger bigger part of it. There were parts.
Time out. You didn't like the original Spider-Man movies?
Not really.
With Tobey Maguire?
That's the best Spider-Man franchise.
No, it's not. But
no, it's not.
I didn't really love those. Those were my favorite Sam Raimi. Unfortunately, this one felt a lot like the Evil Dead series, especially with the Bruce Campbell cameo in it. Which I loved. I loved that he was in
though.
it. I love that he was in it. I did appreciate that. I saw him and I was like, that's cool. But the acting, the dialogue, the campiness felt like an Evil Dead movie and not how great Doctor Strange #1 was for me. So,
I mean, obviously there was a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it moves
through I'm saying through the production process, changing directors, taking longer to come out. I felt like they were trying to fold in WandaVision.
Yep.
Instead of it just being, which is interesting because they put her first in the cast list, they were trying to fold both of those two things into each other, which sometimes works great. See the most recent Spider-Man, where they have all three of the universes coming together. But you didn't like the movie at all?
I didn't like the movie at all. I loved the tribunal scene where we got John Krasinski. Well, it's in the cast order.
Okay,
so that's not a big spoiler, but Patrick Stewart, John Krasinski, the alternate version of Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, I don't know her actress's name.
This is so crazy to me because everyone that I've talked to loves this movie, and like some of them rank them in their top 4 favorite Marvel movies.
I wouldn't. Not this one.
I would watch Thor: Dark World on repeat before I would watch this one again.
What is right?
I'm serious.
Stop it.
I'm serious.
And you like Thor: Dark World above the second Guardians movie?
I do.
So
I would watch Dark World. Yes, I would.
Speaking of Thor, the next one looks really good.
Love and Thunder looks amazing.
Also, still haven't seen Shang-Chi.
Great movie.
Running joke for this podcast.
Really great movie. That's going to come back and bite you. There's going to be.
I actually think that I'm going to go see it so you and I, Josh, can review it on the podcast together.
Shang-Chi again?
Yeah. Because I've actually been told I had a Marvel conversation with somebody in the Rays press box the other day, and they said Shang-Chi was one of their favorite Marvel movies in recent memory. And so now it incentivizes me to even go see it more.
Chris, the fact that you like kung fu and like those kind of movies.
I know.
It's just like, it blows my mind that you haven't just jumped on this. And it's on Disney Plus at this point. Like the barrier to entry.
Fine. To kill the joke, I'm going to watch Shang-Chi this week just so that you can actually hear me admit that it's good if I like it.
Is that our movie for the week? So we're reviewing it this
Are we doing Shang-Chi again?
Let's go!
Let's do it.
Let's go!
Okay, for the first time in history, we're doing all kinds of firsts today. I'm walking off. I'm quitting. It's going to be the quad without Chris Young. I come back.
That actually should be the title for this
quad
episode.
Without Chris Young.
General Booty and the quad without Chris Young.
Done.
Yes. Thank you, Ryan. Okay. That's the movie for next week. If you've never seen Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings,
now it's your chance.
Now's your chance.
Now
We're
I
doing
have
it.
to watch it as well.
Great.
Here we go.
Let's go.
All right. Let's go to the hot take.
Hot take!
I feel so vindicated.
Ryan.
Right
He's looking for...
Vindicated? Ryan, go get your prop.
I'm gonna grab him. I gotta go find the cat. Hang on, Bentley.
It sounded like the meatloaf.
Bentley, it's time.
Oh my God. For everyone listening on audio that doesn't follow us on YouTube, Ryan is currently running around his apartment looking for his cat.
This is how I get him, by the way. This is how you know how dogs, first of all, Bentley knows his name.
Yeah, all right. So here, wait. Since he's looking for the cat, let me go ahead and start.
He's here.
This week, we are doing one of the biggest hot takes of all time. What's better, a dog or a cat? Obviously, everybody knows where my brain's going. And by the way, I've had dogs and cats growing up. They're all awesome. They are amazing. But if you're making me pick, it's Porter the dog. I mean,
it's not Porter the cat.
No, it's Porter the dog. That is the Instagram account for my dog, which is a verified account, by the way. And one of the many reasons why is just right now, what just happened, Ryan, you had to go shake treats to get your animal to come to you. Man's best friend doesn't need that. I just go, Porter, come. And right there. And normally I don't even have to look for him because if he's not in his kennel, he's sleeping somewhere near me or walking by me. I have a friend at all times who I do not have to search for. Have you ever been clawed by Bentley?
When he's playing, just like, dogs play.
No,
by
he's not
sometimes,
playing.
No.
He's going to pretend like he wants you to pet him, and then he's going to go.
Yeah.
Keeping that one in.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looks like.
We need a clip of that right there for sure. Yep. But yeah, dude, it's dogs over cats all day.
Does Porter sit in a bar stool like Bentley does here? Just hanging out? Nope.
In fact,
does he do that?
In fact, no, because he is too large. However, if you are asking if Porter is allowed in bars, he's been in several in his lifetime, and they welcome him with bacon and treats because they love him.
So now that we're on this conversation, because now to preface, I've grown up with dogs, right? I had a Cocker Spaniel when I was growing up.
He speaks
German
and English. I mean, come on.
I had a Cocker Spaniel growing up. I have 2 golden retrievers at my parents' house. But after owning a cat now for 5 years, I will tell you, here's a few reasons why cats are better than dogs. Number one, it is statistically proven that cat people are more intelligent than dog people. Statistically proven.
Okay, statistics is a class I took in college. And
Researchers
you can use statistics to. Yeah, we just
researchers from Carroll University in Wisconsin. Excuse me. They had a study.
Oh my God! You don't even know what states.
Super intelligent people. You cat people. Super intelligent.
It showed that cat people scored higher on intelligence tests than dog people. By the way, my allergies are starting to get to me now as I do this. So that's number one. Number two. Okay, cats on average are cheaper than dogs per year. They cost on average about $300 a year. Dogs cost about $800.
Let me ask you a question: has Bentley ever made money? Porter has.
Well, I don't have a verified account for Bentley. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3, they are cleaner than dogs are and a little less smellier. They are better when they're drinking water.
Their piss doesn't
they know
smell
how
better.
to clean themselves.
Ryan, they shit in a box in your house. What are you talking about?
It is Febreze pellets that.
What are you talking about? They smell
very
better.
Self-sufficient.
Get out of here with that.
Dogs don't cover up their poop like cats do. Cats know, this smells. Let me cover it up.
No, dogs scratch the door so they poop outside. Like a civilized.
That's another one. And another reason, they are so much less responsibility. I could go away for the weekend, and he's a little self-sufficient. He could take himself out, go use the restroom. He can eat out of his automatic cat feeder. He can lay around and sunbathe if he wants to.
Sounds like you're an absent parent.
You know what my dogs have done for me? They have saved my life before, so they have warned me of an intruder inside my house.
Lots of humans inside at a house party. You know who went to try to go save me? Porter, because he doesn't have opposable thumbs and he can't feed himself. And he was like, I need that guy. Just so we're all on the same page. So Ryan's team cat, I'm team dog. Where are you guys?
Well, Haley's team dog too.
My very first animal that was my own that I owned was a cat, and I loved him very, very, very much. That was my baby boy. But I would prefer dogs over cats any day.
Ryan, dogs are like incredibly more superior to cats for a variety of reasons. Number one, there are no emotional support cats. There are emotional support dogs. There are no service cats. There are service dogs. They are useful.
That's false. There are service cats and emotional support cats.
You see police officers with
police cats. Just a bobcat to go fetch them something.
It's called the K9 unit, man. It's the K9 unit.
I think crime would decrease significantly if they allowed bobcats to chase
bobcats are actually
around.
really small and they're not that aggressive. They need like a tiger or something.
All right, cheetahs.
That seems fast, but
okay. So
can I also present you with this?
No.
Can I present you with this? Because cats used to be seen as deities in 3000 BCE. Have dogs ever been idolized as gods? Is there a statue in Egypt of a dog? No, a sphinx, a cat that's in Egypt. Okay,
Actually, you're
so
incorrect.
cats.
Anubis.
Anubis was a dog, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You walked right into that one.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine.
I can't prove this, Ryan, but I'm
I
pretty
did
sure.
my college thesis on the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Ryan.
Do you remember
You're not
the
gonna win
grade
that
school book of like ancient Egypt with the weirdly Caucasian man in a headdress? Anyway, Ryan, I can't prove this, but I do believe that cats are plotting our death at all times. It's just hearsay, but like in my experience, they have been plotting my death my entire life, 37 years now. And finally, Ryan, and the biggest part of this whole thing is there is a movie called All Dogs Go to Heaven. All of them.
Yes!
All of them, Ryan. Not some. All dogs go to heaven. Thank you.
Not all cats.
Thank you for your time.
Oliver and Company's a better movie
This
than
has
All
been
Dogs Go to
Josh's
Heaven.
TED Talk. Did you say Oliver and Company? Is that really what you're coming
Better
out
than
of?
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
You could have got.
Can I ask you a question?
The Aristocats would have been better.
Who sings the best song in that movie?
Doesn't matter. We didn't say
Why
cats have
should
better
I
voices than dogs do.
worry? Yeah, that's the dog. It's not Oliver.
At least the dogs aren't bringing me dead animals either. It's one last thing I got to deal with.
Okay. Anyway, we want to put this to a vote. As always, it's going to be dogs by a landslide, but we're going to put it out there anyway. So make sure you go vote on the poll. Thank you guys, as always, for listening to The Cloud with Chris Young. I am Chris from Ryan, Haley, Josh, and myself. We love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week.